Okay. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. A very big warm welcome to everyone from AIMCAUK UK. This is the 8th annual GALA event, and it's very special in its own way because it's our first virtual event due to the worldwide coronavirus. So there's hoping it will go as we have planned it's going to be. So we welcome all the global Iqbalians for taking time out and gracing the occasion. We are grateful to our principal, Professor Arif Tajammal Khan, who very kindly has accepted our invitation and is here now to be our chief guest. Here we see him on the camera now. Yes. So all of you are very important to us. We have been taking names as you've joined us, but I'll name a few dignitaries who have agreed to join us here. Mr. Afzal Khan, MP, Shadow Leader of House of Commons, will be joining us. Mr. Muhammad Tariq Wazir, Consul General of Pakistan in Manchester. Dr. Ashraf Chauhan, AMC class of 1982. He is here already. Welcome, Dr. Ashraf Chauhan. And Chair Conservative Friends of NHS, Dr. Ashraf Chauhan. Okay, Professor Taiba Wasim, Professor of Gynecology and President AIMCAUK PK will be joining us. We also welcome heads of our other alumni in UK who have kindly agreed to grace us. I think some of them are here already. Dr. Saqib Ghani, Chair of Dow Medical College Alumni. Dr. Waqar Ahmed, Chair Khyber Medical College Alumni. Dr. Muhammad Tufail, Chair King Edward Medical College Alumni. Dr. Asim Ali, Chair Rawalpindi Medical College Alumni. Dr. Naveed Rai, Chair Faisalabad Medical College Alumni. And Dr. Numan, Chair Nishta Medical College Alumni. I didn't even trip over once. That's great. So, okay. Now, just to give...
Boss is here as well. Sorry.
Okay.
Just to... Abbas, Chair, President, APS UK.
Okay.
Abbas.
Yeah. Okay. So just to give you a brief outline of how the program would look like today, it's divided into 3 parts. The first part will be the formal section where there's speeches by our dignitaries. We'll start off with the national anthems, a brief recitation of the Holy Quran, and a brief dua maghfirat for our friends and colleagues who have passed in this last year. And then the second part will be the performance by the Iqbalians, and they're going to be jokes and poetry, songs, Iqbalian bulletin, takra, and many other things. So that's Iqbalians at their best. And the third part is a performance by an entertainer called Tariq Khan of Legacy fame. He's a very popular entertainer here in UK. Let me just tell you, this month is being live broadcasted on AIMCAUK Facebook page as well, and our media partner Lifestyle TV channel USA. So let's start the first part. We'll start with the national anthem of United Kingdom and Pakistan. Just a brief note about the national anthem of Pakistan. It is recorded in the voice of Mr. Abdul Hafiz Jalandhari, who is the original creator of the national anthem. And this recording that we're going to play to you is in his original voice, which he sang in the function 40 years ago in 1980, in another Allama Iqbal Medical College function. So it's a very special piece of history we have here. So without any further delay, let's start with the national anthem of UK and Pakistan.
Now you're going to listen to National Anthem of Pakistan, sung by Hafiz Jalandhari himself, who is also a writer of this anthem. He sang this anthem at Allama Iqbal Medical College annual dinner at Lawns of Services Hospital in 1980.
आगाहगान इस्लाम आप भी सुनो। पाक सर जमीन शादबाद, किश्वर हसीन शादबाद, तू निशाने अज़्म आबिशान अर्ज़ पाकिस्तान, मरकज़े यकीन शादबाद। आप सरजमीन का निज़ाम, क़ुव्वत अवाम, कौम मुल्क सल्तनत पाइंदा ताबिंदाबाद, शादबाद मंजिले मुराद। परचमे सितारा हिलाल, परचमे सितारा हिलाल, राबरे तरक्कियो कमाल। परचमे सितारा हिलाल, राबरे तरक्कियो कमाल। तर्जुमाने माजी शान हाल, जाने इस्तकबाल, साया खुदाए जुल जलाल।
So now there's going to be recitation of Holy Quran by Dr. Yunus Pravas. He's also going to do a Dua Maghfirah.
I think we lost.
It's okay,
yourself.
we are back. We are
Okay.
back.
To unmute Uruj, please. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
It's
So
done.
I'm going to invite Dr. Yunus Pravas for recitation of Holy Quran, and he's also going to do a brief Dua Maghfirat for our friends and colleagues who have passed in the last year. Dr. Yunus Pravas.
Unmute yourself, Dr. Yunus Pravas. Irfan.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Can we bring Professor Afzal Khan Sahab into panelist, please?
1 second.
Just messaged.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Done. Over to you, Parvaz sir.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and merciful. The Blessed One has authority, complete control and power over all things. He created the death and life to test you. Who among you is best in good work? He is the Almighty, the Forgiver. बड़ी बाबरकत है वो ज़ात जिसके हाथ में है बादशाही और वो हर चीज पर पूरी तरह कादिर है। वो ज़ात जिसने पैदा किया मौत और जिंदगी को ताकि आजमाइश करे तुम्हारी ये कौन तुम में से ज्यादा अच्छा है अमल में, और वो है जबरदस्त बे इंतहा मुआफ फरमाने वाला। वमा अलैना इल्लल बलागुल मुबीन।
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
और दुआए मगफरत अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद व आलिहि व सहबिहि व बारिक वसल्लम। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन अर्रहमानिर रहीम मालिकि यौमिद्दीन इय्याका नअबुदु व इय्याका नस्तईन इहदिनस सिरातल मुस्तकीम सिरातल लज़ीना अनअमता अलैहिम गैरिल मग़दूबि अलैहिम वलद्दाल्लीन आमीन। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम कुल हुवल्लाहु अहद अल्लाहुस समद लम यलिद व लम यूलद व लम यकुल लहु कुफुवन अहद। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम कुल हुवल्लाहु अहद अल्लाहुस समद लम यलिद व लम यूलद व लम यकुल लहु कुफुवन अहद। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम कुल हुवल्लाहु अहद अल्लाहुस समद लम यलिद व लम यूलद व लम यकुल लहु कुफुवन अहद। या अल्लाहु या रहमान या रहीम या हय्यु या कय्यूम बिरहमतिक अस्तगीस। है रब्बे करीम, हमने जो मिलकर कुरान पाक की आया करीमा तिलावत की हैं, इसे अपनी बारगाह में कबूल मंजूर फरमा। हम तेरे हुजूर दुआ करते हैं कि अल्लामा इकबाल मेडिकल कॉलेज से वाबस्ता हमारे कोई भी रुफाका में से और उनके ज़ुआकार में से जो आज इस दुनिया में पिछले साल से नहीं है, मौला करीम उनकी मग़फ़िरत फरमा और जो बख्शे हुए उनके दर्जात को बुलंद फरमा। या अल्लाह करीम, अल्लामा इकबाल मेडिकल कॉलेज के प्रिंसिपल साहब से लेकर हम तमाम अहबाब से लेके अल्लामा इकबाल मेडिकल कॉलेज तक जितने भी शुरका हैं, कंट्रीब्यूटर्स हैं और जो अपना अपना नेक काम में हिस्सा डाल रहे हैं, उसमें बरकत डाल दे। सल्लल्लाहु ताला अला मुहम्मद व आलिहि व असहाबिहि अजमाइन बिरहमतिका या अरहमर राहिमीन।
Amen.
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 Thank you for that, Dr. Yunus Pravas. I can see Mr. Afzal Khan MP, Shadow Leader of House of Commons, is here. Welcome, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. And all of you have been posting us messages. Dr. Sakibini, thank you for the lovely message. And all the other colleagues who are joining, you can't see yourself, but you will be promoted to panelist, and then eventually you'll be able to see yourselves. So don't worry, we can still hear you, and you can write your messages in the chat box. I think most of you are already doing it. Now Dr. Irfan Rashid has prepared a small 1-minute clip for us. It's about all the accomplishments and the past GALA events that AIMCAUK has done for us. It just introduces you and shows you what we have been doing since the inception of AIMCAUK. I think up to 50,000
I love
clapping,
it.
but yeah.
I love it. Beautiful.
Well done.
Yeah. So thank you very much for that. That's great. So I'm going to pass on the mic to Dr. Mudassir Shafiq, another colleague of ours, and he's going to take the program forward from here. So over to you, Dr. Mudassir Shafiq.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aruj. Hello, everyone, and good evening. I am Mudassir Shafiq. I'm a General Secretary of Allama Iqbal Medical College Alumni, UK, and I'm also a psychiatry trainee based in Bournemouth, Southwest, UK. So it's my privilege to introduce our next speaker to deliver a key message. He is a shining star on the horizon of overseas medical fraternity. He truly matches the description of an Iqbalian Shaheen in Allama Iqbal's own words. तू शाही है, परवाज है, काम तेरा. तू शाही है, परवाज है, काम तेरा. तेरे सामने आसमां और भी हैं. Please welcome Chairman Allama Iqbal Medical College Alumni UK, Dr. Usman Amir Khan.
What an introduction. I didn't realize that. We never said that during the rehearsal. Unbelievable introduction. Okay, let's start with I'll share the screen and then we talk about it. Huh? Let me just share it. I just do a small presentation of. Can you see the screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. No.
You can go at the bottom when you share it. You will see tell you video and audio.
Yeah. Should have seen it. Share screen.
Yeah, it's coming.
See it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So I'm just going to give an annual report, or rather 1.5 year report, since our last function was June 2019 in London. So I just go through it. I just very briefly, I'm sure from our Facebook and posts, you know about AIMCAUK. UK. So it's a structured platform.
Change it to slideshow, please. Yeah. At the bottom of your.
Okay, it's not changed. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Irfan. So it's a structured platform for Iqbalians. There were functions already happening here, but they were sporadic here and there in different cities. I remember attending one near Manchester in a place in 2010 where I went with one of our first entry colleagues, Dr. Aurangzeb Khan. I went over there in Middleton now, I remember, but then we thought that we should give it a structure. So AIMCAUK was then, the inception took place in 2013. Ayaz Askar was in the forefront. Then our organizing committee was made. And then Ayaz, myself and Dr. Idris Sawan worked on the constitution. And then that was adopted in August 2014 and office bearers were put in place. So I'll just take you through a short pictorial. So that was the first inception meeting. That was the cake. First annual gala dinner was then held in 2014 in Manchester. This was, and then another gala dinner was held in London on our 40th anniversary when Dr. Shaukat Mahmood, the pediatric surgeon who was then professor and principal of Allama Iqbal Medical College, he specially came over for 2 days and he attended the function. And we were very grateful to him. Dr. Shaheen Asif was also there. So it turned out to be a very good meeting. And then third annual gala dinner was held in Birmingham. And then the fourth, we kept on growing bigger and bigger, was in Manchester. Fifth one was in Manchester. You can see our MP, Dr. Afzal Khan over here, and the Counsel General, who was a doctor also, graduate of Nishtar, Amar Aftab Qureshi Saab. And the last one was in London again, in which Professor Arif Tajammul came and Professor of Gynecology came. So these are some photographs on that function, which we gave it to different Iqbalians who had been going to Allama Iqbal Medical College for teaching seminars. You can see Dr. Suhail Chuktai, who's very much involved in telemedicine. Now I'll come to the projects, what we have been doing. At present, we are educating 16 medical students in Allama Iqbal Medical College from first year to fifth year. And we look after their full boarding, lodging, and fees. We have organized lectures on IELTS, the English language exams, on PLAB, and on UK visa requirements. Husband and wife team of Aruj and Azad had conducted a research methodology seminar. Dr. Abdurrahman Khwaja, who is one of the attendees today, has offered free seminars on research, and Sheikh Abdul Majid has offered free PLAB and IELTS training. During this coronavirus pandemic, we raised funds and provided PPE, and diabetic retinopathy clinics, which happen twice a week, have been run by Dr. Ayaz Askar in different parts of the Punjab. So we raised and spent about £5,000 on coronavirus pandemic, on gloves and FFP2 mask and protective suits. These are different pictures of families delivering stuff to Professor Arif Tajammul. We also carried out food distribution to the industrial area, and we spent 50 lakh Pakistani rupees on that. Diabetic screening clinics by Dr. Ayaz Askar in different parts of the city. He also takes contingent of BPOS, which is the British Pakistani Ophthalmic Society, and 3 surgeons from here go over twice a year with Dr. Ayaz to do this clinic. The important thing of this clinic is that it is done through artificial intelligence, which was the first ever diabetic retinopathy detection program in Pakistan, or probably in Asia at that time. Then teaching and training, we've been very active in that. I was there last year. I was invited by PGMI of Lahore General Hospital for as a guest lecturer. Amber Tahir, who's our consultant gynecologist, has been visiting and teaching and giving lectures on gynecology. It's just a slide of the year before last what was done. There is Asad Ali and Dr. Haq giving lectures at AIMC auditorium. Research methodology seminar, as I mentioned, by husband and wife team. Ali Iftikhar, who went to Services Institute of Medical Sciences in Multan. There is Professor Wajid Barki. He's one of our Iqbalians who's a dean over there, and he has requested. So Ali Iftikhar went all the way from here and spent 2 days in teaching the medical students there. Hayat went to Faisalabad Medical University and spent time giving lectures there. Suhail Chuktai, I think we must mention him. He's our Iqbalian who's deep, who has made a lot of name. He's deep into telemedicine, especially during the pandemic. He worked with the Punjab government and initiated a 24/7 telemedicine helpline over here, which reduced the burden on the hospital outpatients. We also did hospital visits. Professor Arif very kindly took us around the hospital and showed us all the things which needed doing. We also visited the Services Institute of Medical Sciences. I don't know how many people know, but Ayaz is, who is the professor of surgery and head over there, is actually an Iqbalian, and he was 3 years junior to us. Then we also ran public awareness campaigns. I'm talking with Compare from Pakistan Television. They wanted to know about this recent coronavirus pandemic and this new strain. So that went quite well. Dr. Ayaz was interviewed by KTV in Manchester regarding the same issues which people are facing over here. There's a lot of worry about this new strain. So just to alienate people's worries and tell them that, you know, the same thing, face, mask, hand hygiene, social distancing and all that, which we keep on emphasizing. It would not be fair at all not to mention Simon Niaz. Simon is our consultant psychiatrist in London. And she was busy during the 6 months of pandemic. She produced 22 videos for different TV channels, which were shown all over the UK. She was writing newspaper articles. She produced a video for Pakistan High Commission. Irfan Rashid has been a star, really. He produced 40 webinars during the last 6 months, public awareness webinars. There is the Punjab Health Minister also in that. Faisal Sultan is there also in one of the seminars. So he ran seminars every Sunday afternoon on every topic you could think of relating to coronavirus. Future projects, yes. Digitization of the medical school. We started this project, working on it last February, and then the pandemic hit. But this is very close to my heart, and of course, I'm of Dr. Ayaz and Arif. I think this is something. Some people have questioned regarding, you know, why are we doing this? Why not buy more bed linen and things like that, or machines? But I think we need to develop, we need to keep pace with the world. And I still feel this is something which must be done, and that would be first of its kind in Pakistan. The other project which need doing, we need to make ramps at the auditorium and lecture theater and the basic science education department. I'm sure, I hope I'm not stealing the show from Dr. Arif, because I wonder if he's gonna mention these. The simulation lab needs to be equipped also. We need computers for the library, and new books are needed for the library also. Last but not the least, we have plans for Iqbalians to go global. And I think there is now a move from us and people in America also to make a global Iqbalian forum, which would probably help us to raise funds.
Sure.
And in the end, I give you all these beautiful bunch of flowers, but that's all I have to say today. Thank you. I've finished.
Thank
you guys
you,
are
Dr.
stunned.
Usman. Thank you so much, Dr.
Okay.
Usman. Excellent achievements indeed. Now it's my tremendous honor to introduce our next speaker to deliver a key message. He is making a mark as Principal Allama Iqbal Medical College, Lahore, with his sincerity, hard work, and dedication. A teacher and an administrator of such magnitude has inspired and continues to inspire generations of upcoming doctors. Please welcome Principal Allama Iqbal Medical College, Professor Arif Tajammul Khan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It's an honor and a privilege to talk to such an esteemed group, a galaxy of Iqbalians who graduated from this great institution and have gone right across the globe to leave their mark upon humanity and upon medical sciences. It was a privilege coming to London, and I had the honor of addressing the Iqbalians in June 1.5 years ago. and was really looking forward to the next visit as well in a year's time. But unfortunately, due to the global COVID situation, all those plans were left unattended. And even now, I'm really glad that AMCA UK has found a way to keep their chin up and despite such dark times, have been able to gather everyone and bring them on one forum so that we do not forget who we are, what we represent, and where we want to go from here. In Pakistan, like the rest of the world, we are suffering from corona. The situation is, in a way, nearly as bad as it was in June and July. And we are right in the middle of the second wave, like you people are. And every day I read reports about the US and the UK. And I really worry about all of you, your health, your families, and the way that you're all in the midst of such a dangerous situation. And I would not say that we are lucky, we have our own fair share of issues, but at least I hope and pray that the Almighty keeps all of you and your families safe in these dark times, and we all come out of these with the minimal loss of life and health. So I'm glad that all of you are here, and I'm glad that we are able to communicate in this time as well. Now, because of the corona epidemic, Allama Iqbal and Jinnah Hospital has suffered a lot. If I look back at what things were in March, we were making great plans for a lot of new achievements and a lot of new things to come to surface. And once the corona broke loose, we had to divert all our attention, forces, funds, and everything towards the management of those patients who dearly needed us. And at times, we were not able to help all of them because there were so many of them. But thanks to Almighty, at the end of the first wave, we were able to successfully start managing those patients and develop management services at Jinnah Hospital, which may not be as good or as well stocked as services in the UK or the US, but were still able to deliver the basic need and save lives. But in the meantime, we have not given up on the task of developing Allama Iqbal Medical College. The only thing is that all those plans have now moved into our offices than from the open. As you're well aware, in 2023, there'll be a global change for medical education all across the world. As Pakistan is suffering at the hands of FATF, and we have to become compliant to so many financial rules, and they are costing us dearly in order to become compliant. Similarly, in medical education, we have to become compliant by the year 2023. This means great structural changes at our ends. And if we look at that, since 1947, we've not actually looked at medical education in Pakistan or have tried to revamp that. In other words, the white people left us with medical superintendents in the hospitals, and we still have medical superintendents. They left us with the basic structure of professionals, with a great divide between the basic and the clinical ones. And unfortunately, in the year 2021, we are still there. But the rest of the world has moved on. Now we have to cover that gap of more than 70 years in a span of 2 years. And that's not an easy job. I have the honor to be a member of the National Academic Board of the new PMC as well, the forum which is dedicated towards developing the curriculum for the whole of Pakistan, not just for a city or a province. And in that, we are acutely aware of the needs of the world. Otherwise, after 2023, no graduate from any medical college of Pakistan, including Allama Iqbal, will get a residency position either in the UK or in the US, or for that matter, in the Western Hemisphere. So we have to change. And we've been doing that for the last 3 months. And what we've seen is that it actually amounts to about more than 800 different things that need to be done in order to make the college compliant. So we are trying our utmost, and we are trying to develop all those committees and things and evaluations and the different forums which are required. And you would be happy to know that we are due in that process, and inshallah ta'ala within a year's time, well before the year 2023, Allama Iqbal would be nearly compliant and we will not have issues. And inshallah ta'ala, you would notice in a year that Allama Iqbal Medical College would be at the top of the list, because we are right now the only medical college which is working on these compliances. None of the other institutions are even looking at that, while we are spending at least 20 to 30 hours a week working upon all of these. I've got a team of dedicated professors who look at this and are trying to instill all those changes. If I talk about the students, Allama Iqbal, as you're well aware, has the brightest students in Pakistan. And you are one of those, because you've gone everywhere and you've done so much. Now, due to Corona, we've lost that contact with our students. But during these last 4 months, we were able to deliver more than 650 lectures through our distant faculty program and through our online teaching. And not only that, we were able to carry out all the evaluations online. We were able to carry out all the teachers' assessment and the student assessments online. And if anything, I think this pandemic has accelerated us into adopting these new technologies and these new things. So if one good thing that has come out of this pandemic, that is that Allama Iqbal has become more technology compliant, and our students have adopted to these new methods very well. So inshallah ta'ala, in Allama Iqbal, we will not lose time regarding the examinations or the evaluations, and inshallah ta'ala, we would only lose just a couple of months from the whole year, and our students will be well on time for their professionals and then in their own pursuit for residency programs all across the world. Regarding the hospital, we have developed decent Corona services and we continue to maintain them. And inshallah ta'ala, we've got some great projects for the development of the hospital as well, which includes a total development of the radiology and diagnostic services along with laboratories. We're developing big and nice cafeterias for the doctors and the staff, something that Jinnah Hospital lacked. We are developing basic structural changes in Jinnah Hospital to address our leakage and drainage and all those issues, which whenever you come to visit, point that out to us, and we are ashamed to mention that these issues, despite so many years, still persist. And on top of that, we're developing into a total paperless system for Allama Iqbal Medical College and Jinnah Hospital as well. And inshallah ta'ala, in 18 months, we will be able to offer all these services to our patients and to our doctors as well. We're already developing a faculty training program, and I would really request all of our alumni all across the world to act as trainers for my faculty and to act as mentor for my students. So it's an honor and a privilege to address you all. It is my pleasure to be here today, and I hope and pray that you and your families come out of this pandemic safe and unhurt. And please pray for us as well. And we always look forward to your support. Irfan was here in Lahore just a few days back, and it was really a privilege to meet him. And he's such a vibrant man. And then Dr. Usman is such a joy. Whenever he comes to Lahore, he takes out the time to visit me and to visit his old college. And he goes around, and I could actually see how much he is interested in Allama Iqbal. Allama Iqbal is so close to his heart. And then Dr. Ayaz, he is such a vibrant person serving the community with his services and is always there whenever we look around and we have need for him. So thank you very much, all of you, all the organizers. I thank you for the honor and the privilege that you have bestowed upon me to be able to address you all. And hopefully, inshallah ta'ala, in times to come, we will all meet physically, we will all have tea and lunch, and we will rid of this pandemic and get back to our lives. Thank you so much. Pakistan Zindabad, Allama Iqbal Zindabad.
Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Khan, for joining us and for all the kind words. Our next guest is a highly inspirational personality. He's a noted political figure in United Kingdom and also in Pakistan. He's a visionary and is known for his zeal to fight for the issues faced by British Pakistani diaspora. He has been awarded the Commander of the Order of the British Empire in UK and also Sitara-e-Quaid-e-Azam in Pakistan. These are both highest civilian awards. मैं झुका नहीं, मैं बिका नहीं, मैं झुका नहीं, मैं बिका नहीं, कहीं छुप छुपा के खड़ा नहीं, जो डटे हुए हैं महाज पर, मुझे उन सफों में तलाश कर. Please welcome member of the British Parliament and shadow leader of House of Commons UK, Mr. Afzal Khan.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening and assalamu alaikum to everyone. Let me first of all thank our Dr. Mudassir for a very kind introduction that he's given me. And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he gives me that courage and the ability to discharge what he said about me. And may I also say what an honor it is actually to follow on from our special guest from Pakistan, Professor Dr. Arif Jambal Khan, for the wonderful work and the leadership that he is showing to Allama Iqbal Medical College. And may I also take the opportunity to thank, of course, our chairman of AIMCAUK, Dr. Usman Khan, and of course, our previous chairman, Dr. Iyaz Saab. Both are close friends of mine, and both of them have been with a great pleasure working with them over the many, many years. And of course, I look forward to working the coming many years as well, wherever we can cooperate together. I'm sure, like all of you, we would have loved to be in person, celebrating this amazing achievement which Dr. Osman has shared with us. But nevertheless, here we are on Zoom. It seems this is the style of the life at the moment with the coronavirus that is going around, the pandemic that the whole world is actually going through, which has really turned our lives upside down. It's caused a great deal of misery, great deal of loss of a human life as well, and a huge destruction on the economic front as well. But I suppose I must say, probably the heroes here would have to be the medical people throughout the world, how they have been at the forefront. Having seen this coronavirus unknown idea here with us, and then certainly how they were trying to manage this globally. And we've seen how hard coronavirus has hit UK. We've got one of the worst death rates in the world, and equally we are one of the worst on the economic impact as well. So it really has hit us really hard. But I suppose the good point is we can see the light in the tunnel. We've got the vaccination, which ultimately is the answer, and hopefully the rollout that is taking place would mean that in the coming 3, 4 to 6 months, Britain will be in a position where the normality can return, which I'm sure we all look forward to. I don't know about the rest of you, but I know in the early parts as a politician, you know, how busy life you lead, then I thought what a refreshing it is being able to stay at home. But I tell you, this novelty does wear off now that we're about 10 months down the road, how difficult it is. And as a human, the element of touch, how important that is in our lives. So I do look forward to those days when things can go back to normality. But what I also want to do is say this, thank you to all of you really for the work that you've done in this pandemic. I also want to say how you have shown the solidarity in the global community as well, And those scientists actually who have done an incredible job to bring this vaccination in such a short time. I feel proud of the work which I've already seen and heard from Dr. Usman, that things that you're doing. I mean, alumni are an amazing strength of any institution. And I'm sure all of you alumni who are from our Kabbalians, the work you've been doing and the way you are helping the future young students as well, how you're helping them with their future in the 5 years long course financially as well. And of course, you are also helping the college itself, which I think is an amazing thing as well. And listening to Dr. Usman of digitizing, I thought the one thing that struck my mind was that actually one of the things of coronavirus is how the projection of the digital technology actually has moved. Something, the progress we would have made in 5-10 years time, we've seen that in 5-10 months. So I think you're doing that, I think will be an amazing, great service. So final thing I do want to say is this, you know, like I said, you've done an amazing work. I feel so proud of our doctors. I feel so proud of all of you who are here, the work you've been doing in the UK. I mean, you are the backbone of the NHS, which itself is the pride of Britain. It's a jewel crown in the public services that we have. But I think you're also doing an amazing work with Pakistan too, where of course our roots are, and we want to make sure the role you are playing is to bring the two sort of countries together, providing an amazing service there. And one request I do want to give you is this, you know, while we've got the vaccination, we've seen this technology and the communication, how easy it is. One of the side effects also is how misinformation, disinformation, false information spreads and then creates further fear about vaccination. And I know as a politician, you know, when you look at the graph, probably the least trusted people are the politicians. So I'm not going to say anything about the leadership, what credibility they have, the message they are giving, but I know that the doctor is at one of the top ends. So if you take this task and give this message out to the public that this vaccination actually is safe, I think it's going to help the whole UK move forward in the right place. Have a lovely evening. I know you've got an excellent program as well. And let me repeat again, I look forward to the day when we can also meet once again. And my cooperation, as always, will be there with you for the wonderful work you are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Khan, and thank you for gracing our event with your presence. So last but not the least, our next guest is an accomplished Iqbalian. He's an orthopedic surgeon and is the chairman of Conservative Friends of the NHS. Please welcome Dr. Ashraf Chauhan.
Oh, thank you very much. I wasn't expecting. I was just a participant, but thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I'm actually quite excited about the development Usman and Ayaz and Irfan have done. And I have not been part of this, journey in the last few years, but I promise that I will be now from onward. But today, I think it will not be fair if we not go back to the history for a moment. I remember the days when we did FSC and we could not get any admission anywhere. And we were looking to some other alternative professions. And then suddenly Zulfikar Ali Bhutto announced this college back in 1975. And we were so lucky to be part of it. And this is like growing the trees, and look at the trees and the flowers now this medical college has in the whole world. And I agree with the principle that the passion this college and the student have, you wouldn't find this anywhere else. Iqbal Medical College has produced so much. Look at Arshad Taqi being now head of a GMC, a PMC, whatever we call it. I, Dr. Saeed Ali Asad Ashraf, have been member of the parliament as well. And now look at the surgeons and professors and the achievements people have made across the world. I also remember the day when I appeared in part 1. I was the first one to be in Edinburgh, and I was removed from the middle of my examination. And I was told that this college does not exist in the world. And what are you doing here? And today I'm very happy, and I pray for Professor Iftikhar Ahmed, who took my call, and within 2 weeks, he got this college recognized. So I will not talk more. I can keep on going on and on because I was in the first union. I also remember Usman Ayaz know that we did not have any hostel, any place to stay, any place to live. And this college was on the road. And we are very proud that we achieved the new college, hostels, everything. We were part of this whole journey. And today when I see so many flowers blossoming across the globe, everywhere, I just feel so happy. And I'm very happy. I promise I'll be your worker from now on. And excuse me if I wasn't in the front runners, but I will not be seeking for any post, but I'll be your soldier from now on. Thank you so very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chauhan, and thank you for offering to work more with us. Would love to have you. Now I will request my friend, Dr. Ali Iftikhar, to take over from me and carry on the show. Have a good evening, everyone, and enjoy. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Ali Iftikhar. I'm the Finance Secretary of AIMCAUK UK as well. I'm going to request the members of other alumni of the medical college in the UK to give us a brief New Year message for Iqbalians. So I would start from Dr. Shahina Anjum. She is the chairman of AIMCAUK UK. So she's, chair AIMCAUK UK. So I would please request you to please come up and give a brief message to Iqbalians. Thank you.
She's chair APPS UK.
Sorry, I missed APPS UK. Yeah, sorry. She's chair APPS UK.
Unmute yourself, Dr. Sheena, please.
Thank you very much. I was going to make that correction. Basically, through Punjab University, we all belong to the same family. So I can claim to be Iqbalian as well as Fatma Janaite. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a great honor to be part of this historic event. I like Afzal Saab said that technology moved so quickly, and this is evident by this event where Iqbalians has brought together professionals from not just Allama Iqbal Medical College, but other institutions together at the same time, and we are all seeing each other, meeting each other. So well done, Iqbalians, and congratulations. It's a great effort. It's a great achievement, and I think things are going to move on like that. I know a lot of Iqbalians, like I said, from my Lahore link through Punjab University and some other historic events as well, which Ayaz Bhai usually reminds me, but I wouldn't go there now. To be honest, COVID has changed the world. People might remember it in a negative way, but it has brought in so much positivity and positive ways of working, not only like socially, but clinically. We have started to work in a way perhaps more efficient than we when we were doing face-to-face activities. So probably this is going to be the new world order. It will save a lot of time from traveling for just a meeting, half an hour meeting, and we were traveling 2 hours and things like that. So yeah, thank you very much. And a lot of work which I have witnessed that all the Iqbalian colleagues are doing. Irfan has become, I think he's going to become an anchor very soon. You're in everything, doing it, meetings, etc. Usman Bhai, Ayaz Bhai, and Amber. I mean, there are so many names. I don't want to take few names and forget about others. Great work, well done, congratulations, keep it up, and I'm very proud to be part of this team. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shaina Asif, for your message. Now I would request Dr.
I'm here. I'm Shahina Anjum, not Asif.
Still in Alumni.
Madam Shahina, Asif is also watching this at the moment on
She's a great lady. I'm
So-
nowhere near her.
Fine. So our next speaker is Dr. Ghulam Abbas. He's the president of APS UK. So Dr. Ghulam Abbas, if you could please share a brief New Year message with the Iqbalians.
Thank you very much, Alif Khan Sahab, for your nice introduction. On the same, actually, lines as our chair has nicely given a very good message. So I will be very supportive of AIMCAUK UK. I find that I'm really grateful for your invitation for this wonderful event you have arranged. I must admit that few times I have been envious of Iqbalians. I'm Nishtarian, by the way, and it's like always some kind of sharika within the medical communities. First time when I went from Nishtar to Allama Iqbal Medical College Hostel, so the hostel is designed like Iqbal Shaheen, and it was so beautiful. It was shockingly beautiful when I looked at it. That and the second thing I'm most envious of Iqbalians in the UK. They are the most proactive, most organized, and I will say most democratic alumni of Pakistani doctors here in the UK. And I know who to blame for this, but I will not name it. And I really appreciate your number of projects as a single alumni you have taken on and actually done something without making a lot of noise about it. They are very, very substance material projects which you are working on. And I really congratulate all of you on these wonderful projects. And Iqbalians are not only contributing in their own alumni, they are very proactive across other Pakistani doctors organizations such as APS UK and other organizations. And they are so proactive that sometimes they are coming as threat to some people. But it is the strength of Iqbalians, I will say. Iqbalians have really made their mark in the medical fraternity. I congratulate you for all the events you have done recently, a lot of seminars done recently, webinars done by Dr. Irfan Rashid. Dr. Usman Khan has been very proactive and straightforward, thorough gentleman who has been bringing people together and giving strength. And I can never forget Dr. Yazaska. He has been, I must say that he has been my mentor in many cases to deal with situations which were arising day to day in many times during my chair as APS UK. He's a thorough gentleman who will give you very balanced advice. I'm just admitting that Iqbalians are great and they have always contributed a lot, not only to their own alumni, but about Pakistani doctors and about Islamic causes as well. Thank you very much for everything you do.
Thank you.
I'm very proud that you guys invited us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for the kind words. Now I would request Dr. Saqib Ghani. He's the chair, Dow Medical College Alumni Association, to share his thoughts, please. Dr. Saqib Ghani.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for the invitation. It's an honor to be here. Very well done on Allama Iqbal, to all the Allama Iqbal alumni members on organizing this event. It's always a pleasure, seeing you all together, or any alumni together, because, we all, when we get together, it brings back the wonderful memories of the college years and the time spent together. So I wish you all the best. The current era has been quite challenging. Last year was taken away by, COVID pandemic. All of us are just recovering from it and still going through the second wave. So all my prayers with you, your families, your loved ones, that may Allah protect you all, bless you all, and we all just move together, you know, as one nation. We all belong to Pakistan, we all belong to various colleges, but that's the beauty. But on behalf of my team of Dawah Medical College, Dugane, I would like to wish all the alumni Iqbalians and the team members a very happy new year. And very quickly, there are few things which bring us together on a lighter note. It always used to be cricket, but this time sadly it's also COVID. So in these times we have noticed that people who didn't know each other or never met each other, although we were restricted, we used the technology to come together. We use different ways to come together. This pandemic has not defeated us, and if we stand together, we will defeat it. And that is my message to all of you. Inshallah, we will move on. Have a nice evening. If I'm not here for the rest of it, I wish you all the best, and thank you, and well done for organizing it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saqib Ghani. Now I'd like to request Dr. Waqar Ahmed. He's the chair, Khyber Medical College Alumni Association, to please say a few words. Dr. Waqar Ahmed, please.
Thank you very much for kindly inviting me to this great event that you've organized. Very innovative, I must admit, especially in these COVID days when people are restricted in their meetings and events. This is something which has really worked. I would only expect this from Allama Iqbal Union to provide something of a leadership in this matter. And on behalf of Khyber Medical Association, I would like to extend a very happy new year to all our friends, brothers and sisters from Allama Iqbal Medical College and their alumni. It has, I don't feel a stranger here because most of the faces I know very well. And a lot of them are from Manchester, including Usman Khan, Ayaz Asghar. All of us are very much in close coordination, working together in this hospital, so in our various hospitals. It is indeed very gratifying to see such close interaction amongst our alumni, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing all of you from AIMCAUK, from Dugane, from all other alumni to be together with us in our next annual event. I hope it is a face-to-face and it's a physical event rather than a virtual event. I'm very much optimistic about the effect of vaccine on the COVID-19 pandemic. I must admit and confess that I was very impressed by the presentation by Usman Khan, especially regarding the very impressive work that you have done over the last few years. I wasn't aware that this alumni was created only 7 years ago, but it has made a major impact on the medical scene in Pakistan as well as over here in the UK. Wish you all the best in your endeavors, and may Allah protect us all from this COVID-19 pandemic. Have a wonderful evening. I will try to stay in it, in and out of it, if I can, but I'm bound to, I'm sure you're all bound to have a fantastic evening. All the best. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you very much, sir, for your message. We did have Dr. Asim Ali. I cannot see him here now. I cannot see him here now. I'm not sure if it's disconnected now.
Let me see just for a second. He did say that he is here. And
I did see him here in the panelists.
Okay, not to worry, not to worry.
Can
I
always
think
take it.
we move on. Doesn't matter. If he comes later on, he can join, obviously.
That's fine. Thank you very much to all the members and presidents of different alumni for sharing your messages with AIMCAUK, UK and Iqbalians. We'll now move on to section 2 of today's event that would be conducted by Dr. Saima Niaz and Dr. Hayat Chaudhry. So here it is for you, Dr. Saima Niaz and Dr. Hayat Chaudhry.
We haven't left anybody out, have we? Just asking one of the alumni.
No,
everybody is taken care of, isn't it?
Yes, I will.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank
That's
you all
fine.
the panelists now, and
yeah. I'll keep quiet. Hi, Hayat and Simon, go ahead.
Hello. Hello.
Hayat.
Hello. Yes.
Ali has finished the first section, so kindly Hayat. Yeah.
अब मेरी आवाज आ रही है आपको?
जी जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
जी।
हवा के दोष पे लहराती आवाज जो आपके पर्दे समाज से टकरा के आपके दिलों को मुनव्वर कर रही है। डॉक्टर हयात चौधरी लंदन से एमका यूके की तरफ से आपको मुतनव्वे जुबानों में खुश आमदीद कहता है। इंग्लिश में वेलकम, अरबी में अहलन व सहलन मरहबा, पश्तो में बखैर रागले, पंजाबी में सत बिस्मिल्लाह जी आयानू, उर्दू में खुश आमदीद और वेल्श में क्रोइसो। ए बदे सबा कुछ तूने सुना, मेहमान जो आने वाले हैं, कलियां ना बिछाना राहों में, हम पलकें बिछाने वाले हैं। ख़वातीन हज़रात, आज एमका में ग्लोबल इकबालियन इवेंट में हमारे पास जो ऑडियंस मौजूद हैं, इनमें हमने 3 सेक्शन में डिवाइड किया है, सेक्शन ए, सेक्शन बी और सेक्शन सी। सेक्शन ए में 11 परफॉर्मर मौजूद होंगे जो कि शोहरत के आसमान पर माहो अंजम बनकर चमकते रहे अपने दौर में। मैं उनको रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि वो अपना हाथ रेज करें या मैसेज करें ताकि डॉक्टर इरफान जो हैं वो उनको एज ए पैनलिस्ट बना ले। मेरे साथ को होस्ट हैं डॉक्टर साइमा और हमारे पहले स्टार जो हैं आज की इस महफिल के जो ताज हैं, उनका तारफ कुछ ऐसा है कि वो हमारा शख्सियत के मालिक हैं और वो उर्दू और इंग्लिश के पोइट हैं। आप